All right.
All right, Audrey has kept 5. I have kept 6. Basic Island, pass the turn. Once upon a time. Harry respectfully disagrees. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Once upon a time, as I've made it very clear, one of my favorite cards. Once upon a time finds an Orcish Bowmaster. Verdant Catacombs pass the turn. I saw an island, so Orcish Bowmaster feels like a good plan. Ponder for Audrey. Steve says, still enjoying Maverick, I see. Remember you saying you're getting into it 6 months ago. Yeah, I've been playing Maverick since around when Modern Horizons 3 came out, whenever that was. I don't even remember exactly when that was. Was that over the summer? Whatever. I guess it was like June or something. But since then, I've been mainly playing Maverick. Why? I don't know. Felt like it. I just play what I feel like playing. Screw the metagame. Verdant Catacombs gets cracked. My other land is a wasteland. Meta lame. Exactly. Exactly. Swords on Tamio. How's that play pattern? I'll swords or Tamio.
I think 5. Yeah, 5.
Yep. One of the cards in my hand is Bowmaster. I realize. See how friendly I am? I realize Audrey's not writing anything down, so I'll just say that I have Bowmaster in my hand. You know what I mean? Like I'm just so chill.
Oh no.
All right, I swords the crap out of that Tamio. Audrey did not make a second land drop. Kept the Tundra in hand that was returned by Daze. Sees my wasteland on the board and is protecting the Tundra for now. Knight of the Reliquary. It resolves. Unfortunately, Audrey also has a swords. And the knight is gone. It was worth a try. Adam Combat has arrived. What's up, Adam? All right, that wasteland will hit that Tundra now.
Yeah.
And no further plays for me. Very interesting. Basic Islands. There's the Bowmaster we knew about. It's getting flashed in. On Audrey's end step. Orc Army.
Attack for 2. I'm going to cast a Bowmaster before damage.
Take 2 more.
Okay, so a Bowmaster before damage. Audrey will take 3. 2 Bowmasters on my side. If you've been following Legacy for the past 2 years, the situation we are presented with here is Audrey now needs 2 Bowmasters to beat my 2 Bowmasters because you have to 1-for-1 match your opponent's Bowmasters at least to win. So that's that's how it all works, I guess. You should see what these people write on Reddit. Harry says Black Border duels. Wow. Yeah, that Scrubland is my only Black Border duel. And I think it's my most prized possession. Here's Endurance.
Take a turn? Yep. Yeah, and 2.
Death from Above says Black Border scrubs are the best. They're it's nice. Most of my duels, almost all of them, I bought like in 2011, 2012. And I haven't really bought any since. So I don't know if that makes me a baller or I just got lucky. I feel like to be a baller, I'd have to buy them at the prices they are now. All right, I took game 1. And we're moving on to game 2.
This one I'll keep. Put.
I think that's kind of nice about Legacy in a way. For me personally, I understand this is very personal and not everybody bought duels 10 years ago, 15 years ago. But I kind of felt rewarded in the long term for that purchase. And I understand the situation has completely changed. The prices are completely outrageous at this point. But for me, selfishly, probably, it just feels like, all right, I bought some cards 12 years ago, whatever. And it worked out. Cool. And I get to play a format that if I'm being honest, I wouldn't be playing if I didn't buy the lands 10 years ago. You wouldn't even be watching this right now if I didn't buy them back then. I'd be playing Standard or something.
But then wouldn't you go more than one because you bought with two credit.
Yeah, it's an investment and a game, I guess. At the time, too, I don't even remember why I bought the duels. I was just like, yeah, why not? Pick up some dual lands. I never owned these before, and it'll be fun, I guess. I didn't play Legacy for like years after that. Yeah, once you have the mana bases, the rest of the stuff isn't that bad. That's true. For the most part. Leave out like LED, Mox Diamond, whatever. Ooh, Consign and Phyrexian Dreadnought. It all has resolved. And honestly, and this is worth saying, after game 1, I did see a daze, but I did not think Audrey was playing Stiflenaught, so I sideboarded like all wrong here. I sideboarded like I was against control, tempo-y stuff. Kept in some swords, though, thanks to seeing Tamiyo in game 1, and got rewarded for it a little bit here by having a swords in my hand that I thought was just going to be stuck there. And fortunately was able to get the Dreadnought off the table. So that kind of worked out for now. But I did not sideboard appropriately for this matchup. Audrey kind of hid what he was up to. Unintentionally, maybe. I'm sure Audrey would have loved to slam a Dreadnought in game 1. Brainstorm. Adam says I was only able to afford my duels because I had my full set of Kaladesh masterpieces and found a guy to buy the whole thing. Yeah. Excuse me, sorry. So there have been like cards in recent years, the serialized cards, and the inventions go back a little while, but like the blingy collector booster stuff that's come out in recent years that has allowed some people to trade or buy, sell into duels and stuff like that, which is kind of nice. All right, a Stifle on my fetch. And my land was a Bajuka Bog. Feeling a little bit stifled right now, even watching it. Stifles are still out there in the wild. Still have to be careful. I was aware at this point in the game that Audrey had cards like Stifled in the deck, but I was just trying to do my thing. Swords and Prismatic Ending revealed by a Thoughtseize. And I'm going to think about this for a moment just because I know Prismatic Ending can remove... I think I have Grist in hand. So I thought about that for a moment, but Swords ends up being the choice. Tamiyo makes a clue, cracks a clue. Brainstorm. All right, Audrey was going to flip this Tamiyo. What are people playing in the chat and in the comments in January 2025? What deck are you playing in Legacy, if you are playing Legacy? And if you're playing other formats, what other formats are you playing right now? Tamiyo has ticked up to 6. Here's a Ponder. I'm stuck on one land. Bowmaster's stuck in hand. I would have loved to Bowmaster that Brainstorm. Another Thoughtseize, not super exciting. Containment Priest in response, revealing the same hand as last time. Swords gets discarded. You got some Bug Beans. Nick Fit. Oz says my group just switched from Legacy to Pre-Modern. Harry says Delver, Breakfast, Eldrazi, Painter. So Oz, I have to ask, why switch from Legacy to Pre-Modern? If you would like to share with the class, we would love to know. Pastina says Jund and Cringe Tokens. Cringe Tokens.
Plus here.
Tamiyo up to 8. Running out of time.
Scroll Fate.
Yep.
Scroll of Fate.
You got.
All right, we're moving on to game 3. I could not get past that Stifle on a fetch. We did not like the last few cards of Legacy, last few years of Legacy cards that were added. Okay. Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I'll try it.
A lot of my cards are looking for the amount of reactions I'm using.
I'll try this one.
Scroll of Fate, a card that you'll see pop up in Legacy here and there. I don't believe it's in Modern. I guess not. It's a commander card. But 3 mana artifact. Tap, manifest a card from your hand. It's an interesting one. And it's pretty good with Dreadnought. Because you could just manifest a Dreadnought, pay 1, flip it over, and you have a 12/12. You could also do neat things with it with some other creatures as well.
Go ahead.
Jay says just getting into Legacy since it was called Type 1.5 when I last played it. Just built lands. Hope to try it out next week at a local. That sounds awesome. Says we still have our decks, but play pre-modern to make things fun again. Yeah, it's nice to switch formats here and there.
Yeah.
One of the best things about Magic is that you just like get bored of a format, switch and play another format, and then come back later when you're not bored anymore.
Yeah.
All right, Bowmaster is a 2/2. There's a Ponder resolving, and we're just kind of updating the Bowmaster in advance.
I mean, you can imagine I have a feeling
Andre deploys a Tameo and passes the turn. Okay. Okay. That's a Wasteland. Attacking for 2. Gonna block with Tameo. A little bit of an I dare you situation. White of the Reliquary, and then waste a Tundra.
I'm going to, as a reaction play, I think, keep on one minute before. Then I'm actually going to pitch and play Spring Flame. Create X Blood Rod, which X is equal to the amount of cards you have.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're going to get 3 tokens.
Okay. Here's a Ponder for Audrey. Has a Tameo. White of the Reliquary is still just a 2/2. No creatures in my yard, I believe. Bowmaster's going to trigger. I'll deal the damage to Audrey. 3/3 Orc Army now. Looks like Audrey's holding a Dreadnought, a Tameo, a Ponder, a Dress Down maybe. Chase has been brewing a spicy new deck for Legacy. It's been a blast. Tell us more. What is this spicy deck?
Once upon a time.
Okay, once upon a time happening. My Orc Army is now 3/3, so Tameo won't be blocking it most likely. Finding a Windswept Heath, playing it.
Into combat.
Yep.
Swing with everybody. He has no boost right now.
It's just
Okay, swinging with everybody. The white, the 3/3, the 3/3 Orc Army, and the Bowmaster.
6 total.
yeah, it's 5. That's just 6.
6 total power coming in. Okay, Audrey's going to block the white. Interesting. So I realized here that I can crack Windswept Heath, get a Dryad Arbor, sack it, and then like kill Tameo, but I that just didn't feel like the play. I don't remember what's in my hand, but just didn't feel like that was necessary.
Your upkeep. Yes.
Not worried about Tameo at the moment. Getting a Bayou. Gonna present the same attacks again.
No more delirium.
Looks like Audrey is going to block with Tameo on the white. Thinking about the situation. Looks like a Triumph of St. Catherine is also in hand for Audrey.
Block the white again.
Okay, blocking the white. Again, I'm thinking about exactly what I said a moment ago, where I'm going to crack this Windswept Heath, Get a Dryad Arbor. But it gets stifled. All right, 4 damage gets in. That was a possibility I was thinking about as well. It could get stifled. I also was thinking about, like, I could do the Dryad Arbor thing, but I do want to have white mana available at a moment's notice, and the white puts stuff into play tapped and all that. I don't remember what's in my hand, though. Okay, so Audrey has fetched a Plains and has cast a Dress Down on my hand step.
No floating actually. Oh no, yeah, one floating.
Gets to draw a card, no Bowmaster trigger.
The first hand was great, and I had one land, I would have kept it.
Okay, Ponder on the stack. As of right now, no creatures have abilities.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Abrupt Decay on the Dress Down in response to a Ponder. It is destroyed. And now the Ponder will resolve, and I'll get my Bowmaster trigger, and the white is back up and running. Now, this was a little bit of a tricky play because, of course, it gives Tamiyo back its abilities. It's a Ponder Shuffle. Tamiyo gets back its abilities. And I could have waited for Audrey to put a Dreadnought on the stack and then blow up Dress Down. But with Audrey at 5 life now, I felt confident that with the white, with the 4/4 Orc army, I'll be able to beat a Dreadnought. And another reason I wasn't sacking to the white earlier is that I have Talon Gates of Madara in the deck, and that was a possibly going to be something that the white could find to protect a creature. And I wanted to keep that available. Audrey now thinking about this. There's a 4/4 Orc army now. The white's still a 2/2. One more card drawn this turn could give Audrey a flipped Tamiyo, though. Attacking with Tamiyo, making a clue. Cracking the clue.
Trigger for the Tamiyo.
Okay, so Tamiyo flips. My Orc army is now a 5/5. Tamiyo goes up to 4 loyalty.
No, I do here. 6 damage. 6 damage.
Would it have been? Oh no, the last draw made it flip. Okay,
Yeah. If it's my draw, then the Ponder, then the.
so I couldn't have done it to this, is right? That was what I was saying. Okay, draw.
I'm at 3.
Japero with a great question. My store is hosting its first Legacy local. Don't expect too many players. How long did it take for locals to take off? So we kind of had everything up and running pre-pandemic. Then the pandemic hit. We kind of had a lot of people move away, sell their collection, the whole thing, and it took a while for Legacy to get up and running again in New York City. But
Yeah, I guess technically that's 0. Yeah.
it took a while. There was a long while where it was me and just a few other people. Okay, swords on the Orc army.
Second to be white.
Okay, in response, I'm going to sack it to the white.
This is me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take one.
Yeah.
So I find a card in your hand.
Getting a Plains. And, oh, man, this is something I keep screwing up. The Plains is supposed to enter tapped. And nobody has read this card, White of the Reliquary, except for me. Nobody ever notices until, something happens later in the game, and I'm just like, oh, crap, I was supposed to have that enter tapped. Yeah, see, I'm going to use it now. Cascadic Teague, this is all wrong. My bad, everybody. it's it's just kind of a funny thing because I play like the white and the random other weird creatures in this deck, and nobody has any idea what they do. They don't they don't ever contest anything I'm doing, and like I just get away with it by accident, and I keep making these goofs where I freaking put the lands on tap. Is it a white or is it a knight? I don't know what's going on. Oh god, it's all so hard. Somebody help me. All right, the white is removed. It probably deserves it at this point. But I have a Gaddock, which I'm not supposed to have, and the whole thing. I screwed it all up. I should probably get a big violation for this. Tameo and Curie. But the thing that's interesting and funny about the whole situation, to me, is that nobody cares what my Maverick creatures do. Like, nobody cares. I play Watchful Radstag and Rampaging Yaoguai. Everybody's just like, yeah, all right, so is my stuff dead? I don't care.
I was thinking.
Nobody cares about my cards.
Because I was scared of Merc then.
I could just do whatever, and nobody's going to stop me. All right, swords on Tameo, swords on the Curie. And then an attack. And the game ends probably a turn earlier than it should have. But that is the match. Sorry, Audrey, I screwed that up. GG's. GG's. And yes, the answer is nobody cares to Harry's question. Does anybody care? No. They do not.